The following contest is scheduled for one fall and it is a tag team match. And should the Mighty Bosch and Thrash win, Mighty Bosch will receive an Ocean State Championship match.
We're talking about your Ocean State champion, Nick Diamond, and taking on and picking his partner, excuse me. Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Here we go.
Introducing team number 1, making their way to the ring. The team of the Premier, Louis Leon and Flawless Nick Diamond. They are the Uncut Gems.
The Uncut Gems. Louis Leon, the Premier, makes his RWA debut. And Bobby Rosary, let me ask you, when it comes to a tag team match and you can pick any partner, how much thinking you do? How much studying tape? How do you pick a partner?
Honestly, I would want to go with a partner who would have the same instincts as me. All right, or at the very least has sound and sharp enough instincts where even if they're a different type, they show up at the right time. See, instinct isn't something that you learn over 1 or 2 classes. It's something you learn over time.
I appreciate this. Nick Diamond did do some research. His tag team partner, Louis Leon. They haven't seen facing stars from all over New England. The matching gear, the matching jackets. Smart selection, but they're taking on somebody who's maybe double both their sizes.
I'm sure they considered all of the factors before signing on to the bout agreement. But ever since getting a hold of the Ocean State Championship, Nick Diamond, in the eyes of the Mighty Bosch, he's not been a fighting champion.
And then take their opponents. First, flying in from the right dome, accompanied by his sidekick, Sid Morrigan. This is the Mighty Bosch and his tag team partner, Thrash.
New England wrestling legend Thrash teaming up with the Mighty Bosch, hailing from Gotham. This is going to be a good one, Bobby Rossi.
You're talking about a pair of guys that have got a lot of history between each other, Bosch and Thrash, a bit more so than Louis Leon and Flawless Nick Diamond.
I truly believe that Mighty Bosch and Thrash have been wrestling longer than Nick Diamond and Louis have been alive. So we talk about experience, we talk about knowing the ins and outs. It's hard to think, yes, Nick Diamond has a tag team partner. They travel all around together, but experience is on a completely different level for this one.
Absolutely, and different and experiences from different eras. All of which are gonna weigh in. All of which are gonna weigh into this matchup, folks. Mighty Bosch looking for a second Ocean State Championship reign. Hot in pursuit, claiming that Nick Diamond is never given the title the rub it deserves. Andy Souza assures us this match won't continue until we have one member from each team in the ring.
Looks like it's going to be the Ocean State champion, Nick Diamond, right now. But the question is, who wants a piece of him? He picked Thrash to come in as his partner, but we know the stipulation. If Mighty Bosch and Thrash win, Mighty Bosch gets that Ocean State title shot.
And to keep focus on the matchup and not worry about future prospects, that is quite the challenge in my opinion. Bosch now lining up his shot, if you will. Nick Diamond not so quick to charge in. Oh, he knows just how to get underneath the big guy's skin, doesn't he?
Don't poke the bear, and in comes the Premier, Louis Leon, and the Mighty Bosch absolutely is launching him to the other side.
Wow. I mean, he makes it look easy. We talked about the size advantage. We talked about the strength advantage. Here's the one thing that the guys, the Uncut Gems, have over Thrash and over Bosch: gas tanks. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. They're younger, they're in better condition.
Oh!
A little bit of cerebral warfare taking place early on in this matchup. Bosch asserting his dominance early on. Leon giving a very uncomfortable seat there, and he's in the wrong part of town.
Big tag into New England wrestling legend Thrash right now. Big snapmare to Luis Leon. Bring him to the end. Get in the eyes right now, and Thrash absolutely fired up right now. We talk about moves that are simple but effective, applying the pressure to the back right now, but also to the neck. He can't even see right now. His head is positioned up. It's smart, and even, oh, that's a leg. Come on now.
Thrash wasn't always one to play exactly by the rules. He's bent a few in his day. Both inside and outside of the ring. Don't quote me, but, you know, guys talk. Thrash now, with a real street brawler mentality. You know, I'm not so sure that the Uncut Gems are really fit for that kind of fight. You're talking about two teams with completely different aesthetics, completely different mindsets.
You know, fun fact, Bobby Rossi, the other day I was just watching wrestling on a Friday night out of the blue, and I came across from years ago, 1 year into the business, Thrash versus Charlie Haas. Thrash has faced some of the best, and he's still kicking it, taking over in RWA. And him and Mighty Bosch, this could be a unique pairing.
I mean, you know, there's something to be said for opposites attracting. Oh, you can entertain the crowd all you want, big guy, but don't take your eye off the prize.
Big chop right there to the premier. Luis Leon picking him up. One hand right now and just placing him right down.
The old school fashioned gorilla press. Haven't seen one of those in quite a while. Mighty Bosch really taking Luis Leon to the old school, if you will.
Big Irish whip right there. Nick Diamond in the back. Big kick right there. Mighty Bosch going for Nick Diamond.
Oh, no, come on. With his back turned to his actual competition, he left himself wide open for a chop block. You know damn right well these Uncut Gems are going to zero in on that.
I was just going to point out a little earlier that Nick Diamond hasn't even stepped foot in this match right now, and he was waiting for his opportunity. Getting that leg right now, the Mighty Bosch stretching it out through the middle and bottom rope. He's feeling that one.
And we talked about the size advantage being completely on the half of Bosch and Thrash. This is one effective way to take a man's size away from him. At this point, with a busted wheel, Bosch becomes big for nothing, and a lot easier to centralize, a lot easier to isolate.
You hear the pain right now. Mighty Bosch is feeling that leg right now. It's starting to give out, but Nick Diamond continually applying the pressure to him.
That's going to be his key to victory. If so, he's got to stay on top of his opponent. Can't give him a chance to recover, can't give him a chance to breathe. Oh, man. The back of that knee, those hamstrings, that quad. Oh, it's just going to take an absolute onslaught, man.
It's hard to say. The bigger they are, the harder they fall right now, but it's not looking good for the Mighty Bosch. We thought they had this match in the bag, and it's the Uncut Gems working on that leg, and he is hurt right now.
One deft maneuver is all it takes. At official Chris Sanders. And if you notice, Thrash, unlike his former self, is held onto that tag rope, and he's just waiting for his chance to get back in there, but just waiting. Just watching your partner getting pummeled, that can fatigue you. That can take you out of the game.
Thrash was there to break that one up, watching out for Luis Leon. You talk about holding that tag rope. Very old school. The Uncut Gems haven't been all match, and Thrash is showing how bad he wants it. But speaking of wanting it right now, Nick Diamond wants to put as much pain right now on the mighty Bosch. He can't even stand up right now.
And Bosch right now trying to make certain that his shoulders are up off the canvas. Well, there's a lot of extra leverage being had on the side of the Uncut Gems. Souza's patience really being put to the test here.
Mighty Bosch taking huge spine buster right there to Luis Leon. Here comes Thrash right now. Here comes Nick Diamond. And Thrash absolutely unloaded with those big throat chops.
What a rough and tumble type of guy, man. Just no nonsense. Spike you to the ground. Straight up slam dance. I love it. Ow!
Going old school with that one, going for the cover. Manny Souza says only a 2. Nick Diamond there to break this one up.
Mighty Bosch now fighting through a bit of the pain, able to hobble his way, keep on somewhat of a vertical base on 1.5 legs. But the Uncut Gems, they got something up their sleeve.
Wait a minute.
Towel.
Oh, that's it.
Here are your winners, the team of the Uncut Gems.
The Uncut Gems steal that one, and that means Mighty Bosch will not get a title shot at the Ocean State Championship. What a performance from the Uncut Gems. Mighty Bosch and Thrash gave it their all, but are you surprised now? Come on.
I'm not surprised.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen.
I thought it
The
was
mighty Bosch will never get a shot in my Ocean State Championship now. The road ends tonight. Finally! Nobody cares about you, Bosch. It's about time you retire. This other old guy, too.
I mean,
What? An autograph?
During a match?
I'm in a pretty good mood.
Wow.
I should give her an autograph, right?
I mean, I guess if a kid asks you for an autograph, you gotta give it to him. But this is completely outside of the character of Nick Diamond. Completely out of the character. And I tell you what isn't out of the character of him and his partner, Luis Leon, was that handful of tights that secured him a victory. Let's not overlook that by this seemingly good action here.
Finally, it's over. Bye, Bosch. Loser!
Wait a minute, wait.
Hey, Diamond, you're not as brilliant as you think you are. Thanks for signing the contract for next month. Me, you, that.
Never say never!
I'm gonna prove once and for all that you are undeserving and that you are nothing but a fake champion.
Got him.
With a handful of tights, you might have gotten your reign to go a month longer, buddy. But Mighty Bosch, he is fixated. He ain't letting up. Back to the drawing board, fellas.
Your winners are the Uncut Gems, but at the end of the day, who's the real winner? It looks like it might be the Mighty Bosch. Huge win today. Come on, Nick Diamond, come on.
I mean, when has he ever actually asked for an autograph? I would be thrown off if I were Nick Diamond, too.
What if I wanted a Bobby Rossi autograph? You wouldn't give me one?
Of course I would.
Oh, but Nick Diamond, you think he's not the type?
That's it. It's out of his character, But nonetheless, folks, we're going to see some more competition tonight because luck is not for losers.